Who we got watching? Feel free to say hi in the comments. How's everybody doing today? Looks like we got 45 people today. Always fun. Thank you. Love with love. May it all be with us. Good morning. Hello, Marianne. Feel free to say hi in the chat or drop your requests in the chat too. If you got any body parts you want to work on, any pain points, or maybe just some cool Qigong move you want to do that you haven't done in a while, feel free to let me know in the chat. Get going in a minute. Hey, Trish, long time no see. Guess work's coming back in, eh? Lungs, okay. Work our lung chi. Anything else? Hello, Kelly from Maine. Balancing energy. Okay. Hello, James from London. Hello, Cad, who has a snow day. Lower back, lungs, energy balance, body tapping. Hi, Helen. Lungs, energy balance, low back, body tapping. You can do all those things. Hello, Debbie. Hey, Monique from Switzerland. Shaking off stagnant chi. Neck help. Daily practice all bodily functions. That's kind of what it's starting to look like, huh? 8 brocades. 8 brocades, that's good. Some acupressure. Knees, yeah. All right, well, I think we've basically got the whole body. Let's see what we can do. Unblock meridians, yeah. Lungs, body tapping. All right, I got enough space here. Find yourself space to stand. Put out the music if you like it. I got a squeaky part of the floor here. Try to avoid it. Feet under the shoulders. Let's start with chi scattering. I've been teaching this set in my teacher training, so maybe some of my teacher trainers are dropping in. This will be a good refresher for them. This one we just drop and swing. It's a set of 3 exercises. The whole set's called chi scattering, but this one's called counter swing. So you're dropping one hand behind the back, one hand in front. To release the neck and shoulders and clear stagnant chi from the chest. So you're going to use your breath to help that clearing. So you're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, out the mouth. Imagine like anything stuck in your chest, you're just kind of throwing it down the arm like a softball. Slow it down. Feet a little closer together. Start to tap your heels. This one's called dropping the wooden post. Keep your body a little more rigid. You know, this vibration going up and down through the bones. And then we're going to lift up onto the toes. Inhale. Exhale the big sigh, release. Light tap of the heels. You lift up, inhale. As we drop, you just bounce 3 or 4 times. And back to light tap of the heels. Up onto the toes. Good. Next one of the set's called the vibrating horse. You're going to shake from the hips, kind of like a washing machine motion, up to the ribs and chest, shoulders, elbows, hands, fingers. Take a deep breath. Again, hips, chest, arms, fingers. It goes up from the hips out to the hands. Let's use our breath. Inhale in between. Big sigh. Inhale. Once more. Last one, we put all 3 of those together. So we had the swing, the heels, and the whip. So we put all 3 together. Hands up. Drop left hand behind the back. Right heel lifts. You're going to turn the hips back to stomp the heel. The hips kind of drive the heel into the floor, and then it whips out through the hands. Right hand behind the back. Left heel lifts. We stomp. Hips kind of turn and ricochet, and that whips to the hands. So in real time. So whichever way you turn, it's the opposite heel lifting. And it's that turn of the hips that drives the heel into the floor and creates this kind of vibration that goes up through the body, out to the fingers. We use the breath. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, relax. Nice. All right, so we call that chi scattering because it kind of dissolves, disperses, and clears stagnant chi. We can basically find the same effect with our tapping. We're going up and down the sternum here. Again, thinking of dispersing, dissolving, clearing stagnant chi. So again, you can use those exhales out the mouth here. You're going to come down one side. I like to use a light fist on the arms, but you might feel better with an open palm. Come up the outside of the arm, over the trapezius, chest, inside of the arm, following the meridians. People often ask what this thing is. Kind of nice thing to have. It's a little more intense stimulation. If you're into that kind of thing, do the other side, chest, arm, outside of the arm. So these are pretty cheap if you ever want to get one. Just a bunch of pieces of bamboo kind of stuck together. This works about almost as good anyways. All right, let's do the low back, up and down. Lift one arm, slap, and downwards motion, armpit down to the hip. Other side. And the legs, I like to use an open palm for the legs, but if the fist feels better, if again, you can do that. We come up inside, following those yin channels. Come down the back, following the yang, in this case, the bladder channel. So all three yin channels go up the inside. The yang channels are a little different. So here now come out the outside of the leg. Followed in the second yang channel, the gallbladder, come back up the inside. Outside of the legs. Inside of the legs. Now down the front of the legs, stomach channel. As we come up the inside, it's all three yin, liver, spleen, and kidney. Front stomach channel and inside. Light fist, knock over the quad, the hip crease. You're going to circle around the hips, knocking the soft part between the pelvis and the hip joint. And relax. Feel your chi, take a breath. Things a little more awake and alive. Let's do one more warm up. This one called, what's it called? Beating and drumming the chi. I'm not sure why it's called beating or drumming. You're not really beating anything. It's more like bouncing. But basically, you come in here, have little T-Rex arms. The elbows aren't by your sides. They kind of come in as though you're trying to hit yourself in the stomach here. And then they bounce out and back. So they come in, out and back. And so as the hands come in, I'm bending my knees. I'm crunching my abdomen. It's like a spring is coiling in my core. And then the spring bounces back at me. So it's like I come in and just boing, bounce right off something. Boing. The breath combines. We inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Quick breath. One good for clearing chi, stagnant chi from deep in the body, from the internal organs. It's supposed to be very good for digestion. So the arms coming in, the body crunching, and the breath coming in, the diaphragm pressing down, are all coming together to squeeze on the organs, then bounce right off and decompress. The organs are going squish, decompress, sort of wringing them out. Very good. Good. All right, we're going to find our 8 brocades. There's lots of ways of doing it. Wow, we got 71 people watching. When did that happen? We're going to do the 8 brocades. There's lots of different versions of the 8 brocades. Some of them are more meditative. Some of them are more sort of opening and stretching. So I'm going to put together a few of them that are a bit more on the sort of Taoyin side, opening side, so we can continue this sort of decongesting of the body's chi. So first one, bring your feet under the shoulders, interlace your fingers. We're going to reach straight up over the head, press up. You're going to stretch here, so reach as tall as you can. And the hands are going to come out to the sides. You're sort of stretching your way down, pressing through the palms until they come to the bottom. We interlace fingers. Inhale. Stretch. We're going to hold the breath. Stretch up. Then a big exhale at the mouth. Sink down a little bit with the knees. Inhale. Stand taller. Exhale out and down. Okay, sink on your way down. Hold the breath at the top. Good. Next one. We're going to stretch. Press right hand up, left hand down. Hands right by the hip. Other hand's kind of right over the head. We're going to twist to the side of the lower hand. So you're going to turn to that side. You're going to keep pressing up. That upward hand, you're feeling sort of some length at the waist there. And then we're also feeling this twist in the spine Or we're not twisting so much as our legs. So it's kind of like the kneecaps stay pointed forward. And twist just from the waist up. Come back to the center. Hands up and down. Press. Try to twist from the waist without turning the legs too much. You can also turn your head. Twist the neck. Lengthen the waist on the side of the upper arm. Come back to the center. Up and down. So let's use our breath. Use the inhale here to expand the body. We hold the breath as we twist. Exhale back through the center. Inhale, press. Hold the breath, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now bring your right hand up and lean to your left. Stretching to the side. This hand that's down here now can come more in front of you. But the palms are pressing away at an angle. Come to the center, up and down. Press. Lean over. It's like the palms are pressing towards the corners of the room. To the center, up and down. Again, exhale. Inhale to help expand and stretch. Exhale, center. Inhale, expand and stretch. Good. Back to the center. Relax. Very nice. Take the legs a little wider. We're going to find our drawing the bow. Another one with a lot of variations. So this one, we're going to do a variation from Qigong, or Foundations Qigong. This one we use sword hand. So you're going to curl, let's say your right hand. Curl the last two fingers, hold the thumb over it, first two fingers point, and you're putting a little bit of tension, like those two fingers are pressing into the thumb a bit. So the hand feels tense and activated. It's not kind of relaxed or anything. So very strong, like you'd really poke through one of those, I don't know, Soji screens or whatever, if you're real sword hand. So the right hand's making the sword, left hand makes a fist. You draw here. Left hand pulls back by the shoulder. Elbows pulling out to the side, but it's not pulling so far that it's pulling behind you. It's more pulling straight out from the shoulder. Should create a little stretch, like the elbow and the fingers here are stretching away from each other. Now this one we maintain horse stance as we come to embrace the tree. So your hips are sunk here. And then we turn the other way. Turn our tree just from the waist. We're not turning the legs. Just turn your waist. Sword hand with the left hand. Draw the bow. As you draw, the waist turns back to the center. Our chest winds up face forward. We stretch. Hands come back in. Embrace the tree. Turn from the waist to the right. Right hand makes sword hand. As we draw, the torso turns back to the center. Embrace the tree. Turn. Draw. Inhale, tree. Turn. Exhale, draw. Inhale, tree. Turn. Exhale, draw. Inhale, tree. Turn. Exhale, draw. Deep breaths. Should feel some challenge in your legs. Make sure your stance is low and wide enough that you feel that challenge. And here we do something with the gaze as well. So this is to stretch the upper body, strengthen the lower body, and expand the vision. So it's like as that sword finger points, you're looking out to the horizon. You're sending your awareness beyond those fingertips, beyond the room, all the way to the horizon. Expand your mind. Bring it back in, press down, back under the shoulders. You're going to find one that both helps us sink the chi to the dantian and open neck and shoulders, arms, the lung channel. They call this the owl turns its head. We're basically holding a chi ball in front of the dantian. And we open the palms. They're basically turning outwards. Thumbs like they're trying to point behind us. Fingers continue to spread, and those fingertips pull down as the chest lifts, the chin tucked a little back, and the crown lifts. You might already feel a stretch go down the arms here, but we're going to pull it up to the neck and shoulder by turning the head as far as it'll go. And relax, head back to the center with the hands coming back to the chi ball. You're going to open up, thumbs spiral back, fingers pull down, chest slightly lifts, chin tucks, crown lifts. Turn your head slowly over the other shoulder. You're sort of looking for your chin to pull the stretch from the thumb up the bicep into the neck in front of the shoulder. Relax center. Back to the chi ball. Open up, inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale, chi ball. I'm sorry, inhale, stretch. Exhale, chi ball. So think of your thumb and your chin like they're trying to spiral away from each other. And the crown and the fingertips like they're pulling up and down away from each other. Both of those together should create the stretch unless you're already super flexible there. Let's hold on one side. Couple deep breaths. To the center. Other side, we're going to hold. To the center. Release. Give your arms a shake. Very good. Sorry about the noise. Feet wide again. Horse stance. Fun way to get here if you're curious. How do you find your horse stance? Feet are together. Heels out. Toes out. Heels out. Toes forward. There's your horse stance. Knees bend. Hands at the top of the thighs. Fingers wrapped around the front. Thumbs wrapped around the back. We're going to find the dog wags its tail to release heart fire, which has a bit of a misleading name because it's really about your kidney chi here. The water of the kidneys balances the fire heart. So we're a little sunk down. We're going to turn from our waist towards one side. Drop the chest towards the thigh. Sweep over to the other side. Lift the chest up. Pause here. And then come down to that side. So we alternate. Sweep across your inhale. Exhale down. Sweep across. Inhale. You notice my legs don't move. What's kind of tempting here is as you come across, the knee sort of wants to follow you in. You know, think about keeping it pressed out. Kind of use your hands there. Keep the legs open. We're using the heart sounds to clear excess heart fire. What's excess heart fire? It's too much sort of scattered or external energy in the heart. That fire-like energy of the heart is trying to go out. That makes us anxious or too talkative or impatient. And so we're clearing that with the breath as we strengthen the water of the kidneys. All right, then we just do a half circle. So here we drop down, come to the center, and we come straight up from the center. Turn to the other side, to the thigh, to the center, straight up from the center. Just keep alternating. Same breath. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Once more each side. Lift at the center. Bring it in. Pick up your legs. Good. Just a few more. Next one's for the liver chi. We call punching with an angry gaze. The other one is a lot of variations. We'll do two variations today, actually. One is a little more intense. The other is more relaxing. So punching with an angry gaze gets its name because the liver chi connects to the eyes. And when the liver chi is stagnant, it's often due to like repressed anger. But you can think of this as, you don't like feel like you're sitting on a bunch of repressed anger, as just sort of pushing any stagnant chi out of the liver, which could just be, general stress and things like that. So feet under the shoulders, hands pull back like you're holding a handlebar that's going through your rib cage. We're going to punch with both hands. So just go snap straight forward and pull back. Snap straight forward from the shoulders, pull back. Okay, that's the basic movement in the arms. You want to feel some snap so that you feel like your arms kind of whip at the end. Okay, and then there's a movement in the rib cage. We basically drop the tailbone and the front ribs at the same time. So just like when we were doing this guy, and this movement here was sort of compressing the organs, we basically have a similar feeling of the rib cage dropping onto the liver. So the liver lives right here under those ribs, and we're dropping right onto it. Tailbone's dropping a bit as well too. So everything's kind of coming together to squish that liver at the same time as the punch. So you can just do it with your breath, just a sharp exhale. Or if you don't have roommates or anybody you're worried about, you can yell a hoi when you do it. Hoi. Inhale. So it's almost like a sound you make if you fell on your back and were winded and your diaphragm just sounded like pushed all the air out. And you're trying to percuss your liver with the diaphragm. And you can add the eyes. You're going to look straight ahead. Find a point on the wall, some point ahead of you that you're going to look straight at with a very intense or intent gaze to direct the flow of your chi forwards. Sort of moving through that part of us that doesn't want to push through obstacles, becoming more straightforward where our energy flows. Okay, pull it back. It's going to get a little more relaxed. We're just going to exhale, inhale, exhale through the nose, inhale. We keep that intent gaze. It's like we're punching in the direction of the point we're staring at. Now a little more calm, sustained energy. The last one is more pushing through the stagnation in that wood type of energy, that forward movement. And now we're more cultivating the kind of energy we do want in that channel, which is that steady, continual forward momentum. and relax. Good. So anybody who's familiar with Qigong, Chinese medicine, knows that the liver qi, or the wood type of qi, has to do with your anger. Like we often think just kind of intuitively when we hear that, like, oh, like if I'm suffering from a lot of anger, that means I need like less wood qi. I need to lower the wood sort of type thing in my life. But I think it can also be helpful sometimes to make space for that wood element. I think sometimes it's that the wood is repressed. You're not moving forward in your life. You're not creating plans and structures to allow the ambitious and goal oriented side of yourself to move forward. And so instead of that energy going out into your life, into your projects, into your goals, it just kind of stagnates inside of you and you start feeling very angry. You're lashing out at people, getting resentful. Because that energy has to go somewhere. So if it's not going to go towards your goals, it's going to go towards people you're sort of blaming for not being able to achieve your goals instead of going towards yourself and your own actions that you could be taking. So as my acupuncturist used to tell me, the liver likes to launch. So if you want to destagnate your liver, sometimes you need to create that launch pad and then let that liver chi take off. Really dumb to wear an Apple Watch while you teach. Getting emails while you teach. Get it up. Okay, next one. Another one for the kidneys. This is more of a stretch. We're going to take our hands to the low back. Nice and simple one. We just slide down the back of the legs. Just slide down till you get a stretch. So if that's you're holding here, maybe your calves, maybe your ankles, wherever you get that stretch is fine. But basically, you can move in and out of that stretch just by slightly bending the knees and then straightening the legs. You bend the knees, kind of lift the head, look up a bit, and then straighten the legs for a deeper stretch. And the hands are going to brush around to the inside of the legs, back up to the belly. And on this one, we just pause with the dantian. Take a couple deep breaths. The dantian is sort of the body zone that fills up the kidney chi. When we fill up lower dantian, we replenish the water element within us, the part of us that is rejuvenative, generates stillness, inner quiet and peace. Take it back to the low back, brush down the back of the legs, hold wherever you're getting a stretch. You're going to exhale as you straighten the legs, fold deeper. Inhale as we bend the knees and come out of the stretch a little. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, slightly coming out of the stretch. Come to the inside of the legs, brush up, following that kidney channel. Over the belly. Soft knees, drop tailbone. Sink your breath to the dantian. Good. Once more. Hands to the low back. Brush down. We're going to stretch. Exhale into the stretch. Inhale, soften knees, look up. Exhale, stretch deeper. Inhale, releasing. Hands to the inside of the knees, roll up. Dantian, just below your navel. Couple deep breaths. Release. All right, the last in the 8 brocades we call shake the back 7 times to release 1,000 illnesses. This one kind of fun. Nice one to release the back. What we're gonna do is bend the knees, let ourselves round forward. Your spine can really get round here unless for some reason this hurts your discs or something. But we're just gonna kind of dangle here. The knees can stay slightly bent. We're not looking for the hamstring stretch like we were on the kidney one. That's when we're looking more for the back and spine release. Just kind of let everything relax along your back. And then to come up, we're going to tuck the tailbone, roll our way up. Push the hips forward, turn the palms open, and we lean back a bit. Don't let anything collapse back. So keep reaching through your crown, sort of like long, like an arch bridge. Then come back to the center. Lift the heels. Release. And again, if you want to release 1,000 illnesses, you got to do this 7 times, I guess. Here, release your back. Let things hang. And tuck the tailbone. Roll it up. At the top, push the hips forward, open the palms, lean back, staying strong, don't collapse. Back to the center, lift the heels, breath in, sigh and release. Rounding forward. Bent knees as you come down. Tuck tailbone, roll it up. Open the front of the spine. To the center. And roll it down. Release your back. Roll it up, release the front. And drop. What's that, 600 illnesses? Let's get to 1,000. Roll it up. Open the front of the body. And drop. 2 more. Round and release. Roll it up. And drop. Good. Big shake. In the nose, out the mouth. Deep breaths. Moving around if you like. You know, any way your body wants to release, and get intuitive with it. Lift the heels, knock the bones. And slow down, relax, feel your chi. Okay. Take the palms face down. Let's find Wuji. Just a couple minutes here. Lift your crown, tuck your chin back. Your shoulder blades roll down your back gradually over time. Palms are parallel to the earth, shoulder width, and slightly forward to the hips. They're not crammed in. They're not way out here. Just like maybe a foot in front of your hips. As though if you lean forward and your hands were on a table or something, you kind of be able to pick yourself up on the table. Tailbone drops. So you're sitting on a yoga ball. Knees are soft, but not so bent you can't see your knees or your toes, sorry. And feet are parallel, pointing straight ahead with the second toe. So the first toe should actually look like it's slightly in because the second toe is the one pointing forward. Find your weight slightly forward in the foot. And all of these cues, feel free to ignore them if they hurt any joints, especially the knees. Find the posture that works for you and doesn't affect your joints badly. The idea here is we're lining everything up so the connective tissues are sort of becoming more conductive to the flow of energy. Just going to find your breath here, deep and slow. Let the hands float up and float down. Tai Chi opening. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Nice flow for the lungs. Lift up, open. Turn palms face up. Touch thumb and first finger. Hands forward. Palms open. Pull into the chest. Palms forward, press. Here, open, palms face down. Chest a little forward. Exhale, touch thumb and first finger. Palms up. Chest sinks back. Open palms, pull in, chest forward. Turn palms, exhale, press, sinking back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, touching the ends of the metal channels here, lungs and large intestine. Inhale, pull into the lungs. Exhale, press from the chest. Inhale. Exhale, seal the channels. Inhale, bring it into the lungs. Exhale, press. Lung chi is strong. We have a greater sense of self-worth, self-discipline, personal boundaries. It's said to help strengthen the immune system. Connected to the element metal, we're sort of drawing clear lines, clear boundaries. Don't think too hard about it. Just feel the flow. Let your mind soak into your body like water into a sponge. Feel the motion through every step. Think about moving at one continuous pace. So we don't kind of speed up and then slow down, speed up, slow down. Just one smooth flow. Smooth and continuous. Even the turning of the palms, they don't just flip Even that is part of the motion. Same speed. From here, press it down. Back to Wuji. Few deep breaths. Find your posture. I'm going to find a little more sophisticated flow called Embrace the Wind, Caress the Moon. Nice one to do with the full moon we have right now. You're going to turn the palms up. You're going to come in by your waist. Fingertips brush just past the waist. Back of the hands circle around. Pull up. Float forward like you're offering something. And then come back in. The fingers form basically a triangle by the solar plexus here. We drop down, float up. Come up to head height. The fingers, hips turn in, so the middle fingers are pointing towards your mid-eye or your third eye. We press down. We're pushing ourselves above water. Here the flow starts again. So we float out. Turn palms up. Circle by the waist. Back of the hands towards each other. Draw up. Offering. Draw to a triangle at the solar plexus. Drop down. Float up to the head. Fingers point to the mid-eye. Press down. Use our breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the solar plexus. Exhale. Inhale to the mid-eye. Pause here. Exhale, pause. And then with your inhale, we're pressing down as though the inhale makes us buoyant. Call this floating above murky water. Exhale, press out. Palms up, inhale, circle by the waist. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, gather to the solar plexus. Imagine you gather fire here, like the sunlight. Exhale down. Inhale up, imagine gathering moonlight to the mid-eye. Exhale, hold here. Imagine the silvery moonlight hiding in between your eyebrows. Inhale, like the breath makes us buoyant, we float above murky water. Exhale, press that away, clearing any stagnation from the mind. Inhale, circle. Exhale, wave. Inhale, sunlight to the solar plexus. Strong digestion, strong body energy. Exhale, release. Inhale, moonlight to the mid-eye. We exhale and pause on this one. Cool, clear moonlight, clearing the mind. And inhale, float above murky waters. Anything in our mind that isn't clear and light, press it away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, golden sunlight, fire to the solar plexus. Exhale. Inhale, moonlight to the mind. Exhale, pause. Inhale, float above murky water. Exhale, press away. Inhale, one more time. Bring it down and pull down the sky. Exhale, washing through. Awareness just scans your body from head to toe. Like a filter through water, pulling out any stagnant qi, dropping it down to the earth. Once more. Step it in. Bamboo in the wind. Let your body rock and sway. Hands over the dantian, gently encouraging some of the qi to gather here. Body relaxed, allowing the energy to flow naturally. Circle the lower abdomen, just again encouraging the qi to gather here at the dantian. Center below your navel. I like to end with a big sigh. Take a breath in. Let the qi spread from the center outwards. Good. Feel free to stretch. We want to make sure that energy doesn't stagnate, so you can actually even repeat that knocking sequence if you like. Good way to kind of disperse any stuck energy that built up through the practice. All right, thanks everybody. That's all for today. Good to have you all. Thanks, Fletcher. Thank you, everyone. Super fun seeing how many people show up to these. Thanks, Eve. Yeah, that was a good 8 brocades, huh? One of those forms there's like a million versions of, so I like to mix and match. Others would say never mix and match. You don't know what they built into the combination of the movements that you just aren't aware of. But I just feel pretty good with my mixes, so hopefully it's working out. Yeah, I hope to see you on Zoom soon. Thanks, Nancy. Nancy votes for meditation. Okay, well, we'll do that next time. Mix and match is great. Yeah. Hey, if you guys want to watch the replay, if you really liked this flow, you can find it on my Patreon. I don't think I actually put the link in the bottom this time. Oops. I'll put it in the chat. Patreon.com/Loffree. That's where you can find all the replays for all these YouTube lives there. It's pretty cheap and helps me keep making this stuff. Also, don't forget, I teach every morning on Zoom. So if you want to come hang out, it's pretty fun. Just shoot me an email, nick@nickloffree.com. Hopefully, eventually, I have a more efficient way of getting you the Zoom link. But for now, it's just you email me and I send you the link. It's pretty affordable. So if you want to meet me on Zoom, I'm there every morning. It's not like you have to come every morning. It's a drop-in thing. So you can come as often as you like. Anne says, are you still moving to Idaho? Yes, in about a month, March 23rd. So you'll have a much quieter background without Rylan here urinating and stuff. Whatever he's doing in the back. I'm also going to Mexico in a few days. So I'll be streaming from Mexico soon here. I don't know why I had the bright idea of going on a trip to Mexico like a couple weeks before I moved to another state, but it's definitely stressing Sarah out. Anyways, super fun. See you guys soon.